All right, are we live? I think we're live. I'm hoping we're live. Great. So, yeah, I got a new concept today. Second stream. I skipped yesterday. Didn't really feel like streaming. Um, but yeah, so new concept today. I've had a couple of drinks. I've had a few drinks and I want to look at some code just to fucking see if I can do it and stream the process because I think it's gonna be fucking entertaining. I don't know. So I put drugs and alcohol in the fucking content description or whatever on Twitch. So we're gonna do I have my beer here, right? This is probably a bad idea, but who gives a shit? So let's do some ASMR as I crack this open. Give me a second. My mic's just right here, right? Oh, oh, that is lovely. Oh, that is not the first beer of the night. Just saying. So, yeah. I had a little celebration today for some personal stuff. Um, But yeah, okay. So let's actually get into the point of the stream. So we have on my desktop here my refactor. Now, right? Okay. So the project we're going to be looking into today is a keylogger, as the title suggests. So this is a keylogger that I'm sure has been pushed out in everybody's recommendations at some point, right? Now, I have done no research. I watched the video briefly. I kind of skimmed through it, and I'm like, okay, yeah, this is an utter fucking mess. It's an utter fucking mess. I want to refactor this. I want to make it look clean. I want to make this more clean code. Everyone's probably, if they've been on the software and development section of YouTube, has had this probably pushed onto them by the algorithm. So all I've really done is this is what we did Saturday. Oh, excuse me. So all I've really done is kind of downloaded the code and got a little prepared. I haven't looked at this at all. I really haven't looked at this at all. Just off the bat, like, global variables. Yeah. Oh, fuck. I had the hiccups, excuse me. There's a Python script for some fucking reason. Sure. Oh. So what I'm gonna do is... Oh, shit. My body is rejecting the alcohol, I guess. This is irrelevant. I can already tell. These two are irrelevant. There we go. Oh, okay. So, what I want to do beforehand is I want to go into Kata. Because we are going to use Kata for today. We're going to split some things out. We're going to make this a library. That's the plan for today. Is we're going to make this kind of keylogger a library, and we're going to make this look professional. That's what we're going to do today. So, with that being said, yes, my mic is on. Okay. Where was I? That's right. Okay, so we went into command. This is going to be a little boring. It is what it is. So what I want to do with this is I want to get rid of items and keep data as is. Right, okay, so I essentially have to get at items, whatever that was implemented, and I want to make that this, and now we don't need to cast that anymore. my hands are a little sticky. So that's just how it is. Yeah. Okay, and then I kind of want to make this look a little bit better. This proper Java doc comment formatted. As I talked about a lot in the last session about how really just like my doc comments are style, and like I like how they look in the editor. I'm using VS Code if you couldn't tell, but I like how they look in the editor. God, I love foreign beer. I'm living in America right now, but I haven't always lived in America, and just American beer is fucking shit. You know, my foreign palate cannot take American beer. It's just absolutely awful. Yeah. You know, I will drink it if it's, you know, offered to me, or like there's a promotion going on. Like my local pub has dollar Bush Light on Wednesdays, and you know, so I do that. But yeah, I hate American beer. I really do. So with that tangent, I think that's good enough. Correct? Oh, yeah, okay. One pass compiler. So I have to put buffer append above command data, and I think that should work. Let's try. Oh, excuse me. Wow. There's probably going to be a lot of that throughout the stream. Just saying. Undefined reference to command items. Oh, okay. So command items, let's see here. We can delete that. Okay. Yeah. So then we're gonna cast it here to a non-const. Because create process A in Windows complains if it gets a const pointer. I don't understand that, but whatever. Or actually, yeah, because does that work? It does. Okay, and then /main running command /test hello command. We're gonna change program hello program, and we're gonna run main again because we don't really have to recompile, and hello program. There we go. Okay, it all works correctly. So, with that, we're going to start on the actual main project. So we're gonna do. All right, how are we gonna structure this? I kind of know how I want to structure this. So we're gonna add a file bin. We're gonna add a file includes. Whoops, not in bin. I wanted file or include. Sorry, in keylogger. There we go. Okay, and then so all these projects here, I want to look at on stream. I think I mentioned this in the last session. Excuse me. But haven't really gotten around to it. Yeah. So, and then, yeah, okay, so build, and then source. Yeah. Okay. All right. I like that. So let's copy kata into build. Can I not do that? No. Okay, so I actually have to fucking drag shit into... Kata's on my desktop, isn't it? Yeah. Alright, where is... virtual machine assets. We got Kata. We're gonna put it in build. There we go. Okay. I can get rid of main. Test. Meta, kinda. You know what? I don't want to get rid of main real quick because I'm going to copy and paste some code. Process, readme. I don't really need the readme. There we go. Okay. Yes. Move to recycle bin. Alright. So the paradigm I like to do when I'm building anything professional is... Let's go to... Oh, I'm really gassy today. I apologize, but I am. Let's go to build and write a compile script. Compile C. And this is what main is essentially going to end up being like. So we can get rid of main. Yes. And we're going to say... excuse me. Kata. If I can type. Kata. There's someone fucking mowing their lawn outside. I hope that isn't audible. I chose the perfect time to stream. Fucking A. I got some people coming home from work. Well, one person. I got someone coming home from work in 15 minutes. There's fuckers blowing their lawn or whatever, doing yard work outside. I'm a little tipsy, so I chose the perfect time to fucking stream. Oh, Christ. Christ on a fucking Christmas tree. Okay. I don't need that. Right, so compile. Compile is going to take in... Should I make it do flags? No. And I gotta change it around to use C++. You think I should use just C++ in Kata? Because I can, right? The original library has C++ guards in it. So... Huh. Kinda want to. I kinda want to. Yeah. I don't know. What would be the advantage of using C++? Because the library is written in C. Exceptions? But that's about it, right? Like, if you can... So, the main sort of... Come on, mouse. There we go. I gotta invest in, like, a mouse pad. So, the main sort of advantage to using C++ in the build script would either be to load a DLL or to just directly use the logger from CPP, or C++, which is... inherently written a little bit better than it is in C. I don't know, maybe use some interfaces that I have defined here. But I don't really see an advantage to using C++. So I'm gonna stick with C for right now. I don't know, maybe automatic destructures. Resource management would be probably better. You know what? Yeah, okay. Alright, we're going to use C++. Because I can. Because I can. The library's still written in C, so I do have to still use... Yeah. Okay. I still have to use the C version of the library. Do I? Maybe that's something I could do. Maybe I could write like a C++ version of. I assure you, my window is closed. It's just that fucking loud. Maybe I could. Yeah, maybe I could use like a C++ version of the library. Maybe that could be a stream. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's go back to C. Let's just use the C version to keep it simple, concise. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do const char name. What are we gonna name? Just keylogger, I guess. Yeah, keylogger. So that's gonna be the name. And we're gonna say compile. Add console. Maybe I want to add like a file to this. As you can see in the like, so I'm assuming within the library you write, as all keyloggers do, you write the keys that have been logged to a file. Not entirely sure about that, but like, I don't know, maybe writing the actual logs to a file. The only concern I have with that is more or less that it would conflict with like grepping or something like that. You know what I mean? Or it would make it too like cluttered. I don't know. I don't really know. Oh, okay. So then we're gonna do define compiler. We don't have to do equals, which is G++. We do compiler. And then do that so everyone can see where I'm at. Maybe it would be better if I just open the keylogger. That way you don't have the clutter on the screen. Wanna do that? Yeah, let's do that. Alright, so I'm gonna close Visual Studio Code. There we go. And we are going to file, open the folder. To my desktop, to my coding folder, to my C folder, or is the keylogger on my desktop? It might be on my desktop. Keylogger, yeah, it is. I don't know why I went with a French accent. All right, and then the settings I normally do, it's in the workspace. I like the VS Code icons, the extension. It just looks nice, you know. Really, it just fucking looks nice, in my honest opinion. Okay, that's gonna annoy me off stream. Never mind then. Okay. Anyway, let's get back to not being too OCD about something. Okay, so compiler init, and because I want to okay, so I have to use files in this. All right, so we're probably just gonna end up rewriting this. Okay. So let's do define files implementation include kata lib C directory. Should I use directory or files? They're all in collection, so it's moot point. Let's use directory because I think it'll be easier. Yeah. So directory is a library that I've written that essentially does everything that you need for like a directory. You know, like copying, moving, reading. So yeah, so that's what I'm gonna use it for. This is we're gonna load all the files in a specific directory. So directory T. Directory. I hate short names, you know. Okay, right. So put it this way: is a lot of the things in the M-coding video, and I'll probably put this in the description. Newbie habits of C++. When I was first learning C and C++, I tended to take that video to heart. And now it looks weird when someone puts like dest instead of destination, or dir instead of directory. So a lot of what my style is in coding is making long names and making things readable. And that's exactly what I want to achieve here. Excuse me. Okay, so is directory a init, because we don't know the capacity, and we need a root. So we need a path T, which is included in directory. So let's do directory T, directory init, just so that I know which include uses what. Directory init, I guess, yeah, path T. Path init, or path from. Yeah, path from. Oh, no. Yeah, path from. Because if I just say path init, there is a path init function, and I'll show you in a minute. So there's path init, which is my convention, and that just gets the current working directory. So the current working directory, as of right now, is the keylogger folder. So if I just do keylogger folder, it's going to scan all the files. Whereas I really just want to scan everything in the includes or the source folder. Which right now we are going to do everything in the includes folder, because that's what we need, because we're going to split the two CPP folders into source and library. We're not going to do header-only libraries today. We're going to do a professional-looking software, and of course, directory. We have to clean up our. So, directory is a structure. Directory delete. Directory is essentially a dynamic array of paths, which are really just strings. If you really think about it. So, what do I want to do? Okay, I know what I want to do. Includes or source? Source. That, yeah. Okay, no. We don't want to do includes, because we can just fix that in the command. We want to do source. If not, and you know what? Yeah, I do want to logger. It's a pointer, of course, from the last session. Logger init. Get a name, compile, and the lowest. We're gonna do debug for right now, but I do want to I want to pretty this up a little bit, and we will probably do that once I just get something working. And we're gonna do logger. Add console. I have a tickle in the back of my throat. Logger. Whoa. I've been yelling all day, so yeah, my voice is kind of scraggly and hoarse. That's why I have my my refreshment. Okay. If not, directory read. That is the main function. We're going to take in a directory, and we are going to logger logger. Yeah. Runtime error. Cannot read the source directory. Eventually, I want to do something like sprintf for logger. But yeah, I don't know. Oh, there we go. And we don't need the new line, and that is log critical. We are going to fail, so we're going to do logger delete directory delete. Directory delete deletes its own root path here, so I don't need to worry about freeing that root path. Do I need to free anything else? No, that's okay. Delete logger. Okay, so let's gcc builds. Yeah, okay. Bin builds.exe or compile. Bin compile. Builds compile.c. Alright, let's see. Okay, there is a lot of fucking errors. Whoa. Alright, in string builder, init. Okay, where does string builder.h land? Entry and command. But we don't use string builder anywhere, do we? No. So that can actually be deleted. That's an ephemeral error. Not ephemeral. You know what I mean. Alright, let's try again. Undefined referenced to... Ah! Because we used the wrong one. Directory implementation. Let's see what else. Warning of entry to string. Is there no entry to string? Excuse me. Oh. Now I don't believe there is. Is there no? There's another one coming. Give me a second. Wow, okay. Normally I'm just a two sneeze guy, but alright. Entry to string. Entry to string. I think I deprecated that function. I have a commit coming where I deprecate that function. Oh, wow. Okay. So, and then we go to, oh, I could just go to fucking entry. Oh, wow. Those sneezes fucked up my sinuses. Jesus. I sound different now, don't I? I sound different. I hear it. I hear it. Don't worry. Let's go to front panel audio. I just realized everything's gonna come out my monitor speakers and not to my actual earbuds. So wearing these was useless until I did that. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. So collections entry. To. Yeah. Okay. All right. So that should fix things now, does it? Yes, it does. And then we're gonna do bin compile. I probably should have like printed something out upon success. Just say fucking hello world or something, just so that we know. Well, there's no output, so I can assume this was successful. But yeah, okay, so successful. And then for size t, I is equal to 0. I is less than directory size plus I. Not return. What are we doing? Oh shit. That's something. Whoa, okay. Return a non-zero exit code. So it very well might have fallen through. But just not, and still printed the output. I don't think that's what happened, but I'm gonna try it anyway. Okay, all right, all good. So then, where were we? Directory size. We want to get, so the entry is equal to directory at and dereference. This will get freed as far as I know. At directory and I, so that gets each entry. And then I need to get the path file name. So we're going to do char file name. Do I need the file name? Because if you think about it, they're all going to be the same file. No, I don't need the file name, but I do need the entry file name. Right, so as of right now, what we have is the entry. And the entry is something that stores, if we just go to the structure, where the structure is defined, it stores the type, which is an enum up here, pointer to a heap allocated path, and its content, which is a string builder. That's different in the C++ variation of it, which is why I'm I'm in the midst of deciding whether I want to just delete this C++ version of it and just use when I'm using C++, use the C version of it. But yeah, I don't know. We'll find out. We will find out. So entry, and that needs a new line, and that will be pastor, which is path to string, or path as string, I should say. And, entry path, and we're gonna go to. I think that's it. Because I want to see what I have right now. Nothing. Okay. Zero. Why? Print. Okay, so we're gonna get path T. Yep. So loot. Can I get the absolute path? Is this gonna leak anything? No. Okay. Absolute, which is equal to pasb. Path is as path as b or absolute. Pabs. I just thought it sounded better than Pabs. P-A-B-S. I don't know. Yell at me in the comments if you think differently. But Pasb it's just funny to say. You know? Oh. But I also the rationale behind that naming function is P as B. See it? Right? So absolute is from root, so we're going to get the absolute path of the root, and then printf abs new line pastor absolute, and then we're going to path whoopsie delete root. Excuse. Cannot read the source directory. Yeah. Keylogger source. That should work. Is it because source is empty? We're not gonna put anything in. Yeah, kinda. That should work, though. Oh, what the hell? Runtime error, cannot read the source directory. Yeah, why? I just want to fucking build this shit. So, directory init. Source. I didn't spell it incorrectly. Alright, so let's put the two main files in and just recompile, I guess, and then it right, because it has the right absolute value. Okay, printf exists. Just let's just see if it exists. Path exists root. And that returns a boolean. It does exist. It does exist. Okay. So now why can't it be read? Directory exists. Alright, absolute. That exists too. As you can see, the 1. Why can't that be read? I don't understand this. Init root source. Maybe if I make this relative /source. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I think it was just the fact that okay, so it might have been looking at like build source. Best I can get. You know? That's my best guess. I don't actually know. But yeah, so now we have the source. Right? Okay, so if it was empty, if source was empty, would this still work? Yes, but there would be a size of 0. Okay. All right. Well, I don't know. I really couldn't tell you genuinely what the hell was going on there. All right. So let's get rid of our prints. All right. So we have the 2 source directories. There we go. Okay. And then so what I'm going to do is Want to just get the file name and extension? I mean, just kind of for shits. Like I want a relative path. I don't really want to deal with this. I want it to look nice, essentially. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's best. I do. Oh, excuse. So then we're gonna do path t file name is path file name entry path, and then string extension is path. Yeah, path extension. There we go. Entry. Actually, yeah, entry path. I thought I could get the path from the extension from the file name, but there is no extension in the file name. So there's that. And then we're gonna printf %s. Right, path, which is constructed of its file name, and its extension, because an extension doesn't get the dot. We're gonna do paster file name and extension. There we go. Now, is file name, is that heap allocate? Yeah, so we have to free that. Okay. Path delete file name. Station of const qualifier. Okay, so does that return const? I think it does. Yeah, okay, alright. There we go. Okay, all good. So that's what we have. Then what I want to do is do a command. Command T. command is equal to command init. I don't know. And we got to make sure command delete. We're only going to be running one command, so this is okay. To just call it command, and we're going to do that so there's less clutter on the screen. Let's see. Extension, path extension, and then we want to get path. And then we want to, okay, so command append F, or append for right now, compiler. I haven't even gotten to the fucking library right now. I'm just building. This is gonna be a long fucking stream. Strap in, boys. Then we do command, and we do the compiler, and we do command append F. We're gonna do O .exe, and then .exe, right? Yes, technically, but no. Directory. Not directory to string. How did I do this? How did I do this? Fuck. Alright, so let's go to coding. Let's go to C. Command. I have a lot of like trial and error revisions of this, of kata. We're gonna go to build C. I think that's gonna tell me how the fuck I do this. Oh, I use files. Uh-oh. Source folder, files init, source, target, buff, file name. Oh. So I just use a file name. In the file. Within a loop, because that just works. Right? For target, oh, no, I do a double loop. Oh. Well, shit. Because what I essentially have to do is take the directory side, or every element in the directory, and sort of flatten. So we're back at flattening arrays. Oh my god. We're back at flattening arrays. God damn you. Ah. This library was so easy to use. It was so fucking easy to use. Now, I don't know. So, okay, so this is gonna loop twice. Yeah. So I have to flatten this array somehow. Shit. I think I can just make a copy of string builder. Yeah, okay. All right. So we're going to make a function of void. Excuse. Yeah, void flatten directory. Oops. And this is going to take in a view to a directory and a result, a string builder results, and it's going to write to the result pointer. So what we're going to do is for size t I is equal to 0, I is less than directory size. So using this library is going to help me know what to fix in the future. So like doing this, I obviously have to have a directory to string method or a flatten directory method at some point. So I'm trying to make this library easy. Of course, it's in active development. Some things in the beginning are going to be harsh to use, and that's just, that's just how it is right now. Plus plus I. And we're going to say, yeah, so we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to do entry is equal to reference directory at directory I. And so this function fails if there's like bounds checking and everything. We check for null, I think. I'm pretty sure. So that's why I use directory at instead of directly accessing the memory. So we're going to go to directory and then directory at. And then we need to append. Yeah, okay. And then string builder extend. Oh, okay. And then path t file name is path file name. Oh, but that has to be deleted at some point. That's gonna leak memory. Damn. Alright, well, maybe we don't get the file name, which is okay. And then we do string builder append. I don't know. Can I delete that? Let's find out. Path t path is file name. And the reason that's a path is because you can also append and join to it. So for mutability, essentially. We got path file name. Let's just find out. And we're gonna say entry path. And then we're gonna do, and then we need the extension char extension is equal to path extension. There we go. Entry path. And so we're going to string builder extend results. And do you think I have to pass a double pointer in? Yeah. Let's pass a double pointer in. Because I think that the lifetime of the string builder... Yeah, okay, let's pass a double pointer in. Simplify shit. And then results, and we're gonna append the file name, or the pastor, of file name. So we get a string, and then string builder well, no, yeah, we still have to do extend because this is CPP. Results and extension. There we go. Oh, and then builder append results. I really gotta do like append F for string builder, but whatever. We're gonna do a dot. There we go, and that should work. That's it, I think. Yeah. As far as I know, that's it. Yeah. Okay, and then string builder T buffer is string builder init. String builder T is undefined. Oof. Okay, define string builder implementation. Include kata lib C collection string builder. That should shut the compiler up, does it? Ah, no, because I just can't spell. An entry. Okay, so I don't need to do that. Okay, never mind. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is do... Oh, and then I forgot to string or path delete file name. Let's just see, because string builder is heap allocated, so as far as I know, that should be just duplicated. We're gonna find out. Flatten directory. Directory. And pass in the address of the buffer. String builder. Delete buffer. There we go. I'm gonna work out so many cracks in this system. God damn. I probably should have just used file name or files and sort of just done it like I did in build, but actually, you know what? That's not a bad idea. That really is not a bad idea. Whatever. We're gonna do it like this for right now and see what happens. We're gonna do %s, and that's gonna give us string builder data, null terminated, of course, and we're gonna do buffer. And then we are going to print %s new line. This is the command. I know I have a logger, but I would like to do this. Yeah. Okay, so command data command. Okay, let's see. What kind of errors are we prone to? Passing directory at... Because this is not con... Oh, alright. So I can't pass const. Whatever. Okay, and then compile path extension discards const qualifier path. Okay, so this is const. Let's see, what else? One argument from incompatible pointer type. Oh, okay, so pastor file name. An argument of incompatible pointer type. I don't get that. Oh, because I never append the command. There we go. Okay. Alright, and then let's compile and see what... Whoa. Probably should have also appended a space. Probably should have also appended a space. String builder, append, results, and let's just append a space. See what happens. Okay, I think I see, yeah, I think I see what's up. Because if I just do this, right, if I just say this, and compile, I also probably want to get rid of what's in the build bin folder. Oh, no. Keylogger detector. Yeah. All right, let's see here. All right. Yeah, all right. So let's add a space to begin with. And then we're going to do Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this build script, because it has been too fucking long, and we're gonna do that. It doesn't even fucking work anymore. But here's the idea. Okay. We have the source files. We go over the source files. No. All right, never mind. But the idea is we get everything in here and then file. Where is file? File's at... Yeah. Alright, so I'm kind of just going to use files. Because I'm a little fed up with this horseshit. How long have we been streaming for? This is an hour intro. We haven't even gotten to the fucking code. God, I'm fucking... I'm a great streamer. I'm a great streamer. Yeah. So... Flatten directory, that's correct. Command... And then... Compiler. Oh! Alright. Because I'm getting everything. Yeah. I is less than 2. And we're going to say 1. Because we just want to run the 1 for right now. %s, which is going to string builder data buffer. Yeah. Okay. So I don't need to append the space here. I swear this this library is good. I swear. We need to append the space down here. And that'll work. Or just not append the space at all. Yeah, okay, so let's append the space before we get to it. And then kill the space here. There we go. And that should work. Okay. That works now. Great, cool. So now let's build, shall we? Directory size. All right, let's build, shall we? And then if not, I probably should have just used the fucking files API. In fact, that probably would have, you know what? No, well, then I kind of have the same problem, don't I? Because if I go to libc collections files, if I go to files, there's no like, yeah, you still have to like flatten them, you know what I mean? I mean, I could write a files to string function, but you'd just be in the same problem. So this is what we're gonna use for now. It's a string builder. Right, or no. If not, command run, and we're gonna run asynchronously logged. Command logger. There we go. Then logger log. We're gonna kind of copy and paste this here. I cut instead of copied. And this is gonna say cannot run command. Sure. And as far as I know, that's everything that needs to be deleted. Come on, mouse. There we go. This has been an hour. Check out the fucking VOD channel, by the way. It's the same as my Twitch channel. I cut down all this shit, but you guys get to see it fucking live, which is great. Running command, logger detector. Okay, something's clearly wrong. Yeah. Logger detector, keylogger. What the fuck? Okay, so how did I write compile here? Because I'm thinking of just doing this. I am genuinely just thinking of... Alright, let's just steal this code for now. I'm kind of defeated. Files. Define files implementation. And this is going to be kata. Caps lock still on? It is. Kata lib c collections files, and then we're gonna do for right now we're just gonna leave it at that and see what happens. We're gonna just do the console for now, but that is full setup for a logger. Define command implementation, include kata command.h. Add console logger. And we're gonna say the name is keylogger. There we go. Files init, files fill, IO error, I guess, yeah, sure. We're just gonna return 1. Exit is yeah. We're gonna do command append. Of course, we've lost our macro. Define. Right? Should we define or nah? Const char compiler G++ because we're using C++ here. Compile compiler, and then we get rid of this. Sure, we'll keep that for now. Files at that comment I can get rid of. Okay, and then files at command append. Ah. Okay. All right. And we're going to return one. I don't know. Maybe it's streaming. Maybe it's the beer. I don't really give a shit. Command H. Do I not have declared first used in this function? Include stdio. Is that gonna fix shit? No. Why does it not fix shit? sprintf. What the hell? Instead of is undefined. Okay. All right, so it looks like I have to define command ahead of. Yeah. All right. TD. Yeah. It's not that. Does that compile now? Declaration of logger new. That's right, because it's now logger init. Thank you. Running command. Exception cannot run command. That's fair enough. Cannot run command. Source logger detector. Source keylogger detector. Name. Okay. Source. Where's my It doesn't append this at all. Just see if that works. No. Why does command append F not work? So we have... The only format I have here is the compiler. Why does this not work? This should work. Like command append F here works. Name is a char pointer. Compiler is a char pointer. And F. Oh my god. Alright. So if I just do this. No. Yeah, cannot run command. Thank you. Why though? This should work. Right? Command is still... At this point, I kind of just want to fucking write like a bat script because I'm like done with this shit. I thought this would be a good idea. We'd look at fucking code that was like written by somebody else, having a few beers, having a few laughs, but this is now getting annoying. Is it because of this buffer rewind shit? Here, let's try this. Let's try the buffer rewind. See what happens. Oh, and then down in command, buffer reset. I don't care. Yes. That's why. Okay. I'm trying so hard not to get angry right now. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Keylogger. Okay, name. Yeah, okay, whatever. Keylogger.cpp. Keylogger.cpp. Okay. I see. Name. Okay. Whew. And then we look at the run script. Oh, Jesus. Jesus on a cross. So, here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna fucking do. I'm going to take everything we've done in the past hour or so and fuck it. Because I absolutely could not give less of a shit. We are looking at Bootstrap. That is going to be build. I will do this off camera. Next time, yeah. God fucking damn it. An hour. A fucking hour. Now an hour 30 to do this shit. Oh, Christ. Alright, we're gonna do program name. This is keylogger. I don't know. I do not need that. Source files, this is CPP. Okay, and we're gonna run it. Whoops. Don't ask me what this code does. I know what it is, but this is way without the scope of this video. Build Bootstrap keylogger. Right, okay, so this is like main, I guess, yeah. And then C++. I will run everything later. Just right now, I want to just get to the main concept here. Christ. Alright, so that's what we got. So now, let's finally look at the fucking keylogger. Okay, so what I'm going to do... First thing I'm going to do is split everything into an includes folder. And we're going to do, let's say, keylogger.hpp. If and def, let's just do pragma once. Just so that I can get shit rolling now, because we are an hour and a half behind. Okay, so, this is clearly on Windows. I see Windows, I see Fstream, I see IOStream. I want to get rid of these variables here. Let's see, what I want to do. Headers. Oh, Christ. Wow. All right. Get formatted time. Now, okay. All right, here's the problem with get formatted time. We're going to do this one function at a time. This is a long fucking file. But we're going to do it. We're going to do it. I think I can. I'm a little train that could. I think I can. No. Okay. So what I'm going to do is go to my desktop kata, and we're gonna go in here lib C and logger, because this has a way to get the timestamp, because I don't like All right, so what this is doing is essentially it's getting the time, the info, the local time, and then appending to a non-static formatted buffer. But then it copies that to a string. I also don't like formatted time. I also don't like the Pascal case. Like, come on, use as well as the brackets up here. We'll look at the errors in a minute. Okay, so but then it heap allocates it here. Okay. Does the CPP version of my logger have a similar function? Because I think it does. I think it should. Set timestamp. Yes, it does, and in a more static form. So I'm gonna do that. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna add a global namespacing. That should probably go in the CPP version. Yeah. So then I'm gonna create in source. I'm gonna create logger detector. We're gonna move that out. So in source, we're gonna do keylogger .cpp, and we're gonna create blank space. We're gonna create a blank namespace just so that everything is static and nice, and those comments can stay for now. We're going to include what is it? Time? Time? See, let's look at my keylogger. Yeah, okay, so these are the includes I need. And that's why I put comments next to my includes. So that I know what I need. There we go. Okay. So that can set our timestamp pretty well. It's used in a logger, so I think that's okay. Get formatted time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy this function. I'm gonna cut this copy, right? Or I'm gonna cut this here and then add that as a definition, and we're going to standard string. I think that's okay for design for right now. I think that's okay for design. I just don't know. Or maybe, yeah, we could say we could say this is really get timestamp. So this is kind of moot. Yeah, and that's a utility function anyway. So I don't know. And then I'm going to do. Okay, so log key. Log key is, I believe, the bread and butter of this, and as you can see, it is a huge fucking function. So log key, we're going to cut this, and then make it log key, or even get key from code. Say key from code. We're gonna refactor this out a little bit. I think just code is fine. VK code. I don't like Hungarian notation. I really don't. I know Windows does it, but yeah. And all these doc comments can go. And these globals, I want to get rid of first. Let's do this. And then these globals can go in the blank namespace for now, but I will fix this. All these errors we'll get to in a minute. We're just formatting. Okay. So, key from code. And just code for now is okay. Right? Oh, alright. So, key from code. There we go. And then I want to do that. That I don't need anymore. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to include keylogger.hpp. Let's see here. So get formatted time is going to be replaced by our own get time zone. Get no. What is it? Set timestamp. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe logger. How are we using the timestamp here? We're actually printing it. The timestamp. Ah. Okay. So then it's timestamp. There we go. And we also have to call set timestamp. All right. So now what I also want to do is I hate when you pass in, like, all right. Hard-coded logic here, right? Hard-coded value. And you're also opening a file. That's a side effect. Couldn't think of the word. We're doing away with that. We are doing away with that. Yeah. And okay, so here's your log file. Do we want to make this... I'm thinking we make this a class. I'm thinking we store state here. Yeah. In like a sort of settings way. You know what I mean? Yeah, okay, so let's do struct settings, and it's data driven, so we're going to do the type underscore. Sure. We're going to do that. And then, let's see, so standard OF stream log file. Sure. No, I do not. Come on. Just for right now, and then we're going to get rid of that. So this is writing into the log file. Okay. What is this doing? As multiple characters, number of characters, so thinking there's 60 characters in a string. Character to use 60 equals. Oh, so this is like creating a border. Okay, I think that can go into a function. Void, right? No, okay, so let's do standard string, and let's do create border. Sure. And that's gonna get in the int standard uint 8 t. I think I need standard int for that. I don't know. Do I? find out. No, yeah, let's just do an int, which is length, and then char. I get value. Yeah, value. Sure. And these are all private, really. They don't need to be in the header. That's what I mean. These are all private. These are all utility functions. So we're kind of gonna do this, and is first key. So you're storing the state of the first key. I wanna get to that. I don't like how that's done. Excuse. And we're gonna return. Okay, so we're gonna do std of stream output. There we go. Right? No. Yeah. Hold on. So we're gonna do standard. Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay. So standard stream. There we go. Buffer, and that is equal to should I just zero initialize? And then buffer, and that's going to be your length. So that's just creating like a header. String stream. Do I have an initializer for this? Yeah, okay. And then return buffer dot string. Do I have a string? Set up scientific. Oops. I don't exactly know what I hit. Dot EOF fail fill fixed flush get hex ignore in narrow octal to read. No. That's stir. There we go. Copying out the string buffer. Okay, so there you go. So that'll return you standard string. So that's gonna create the border. And this really is the workhorse function. So output, I don't need the output anymore. This really is the workhorse function. This is gonna probably take up the bulk of the refactoring. And I'm probably gonna make a part 2 either tomorrow or 2 days from now. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Create border, the length is 60 and the character is an equal sign. And we're gonna do that with value, and that way it's a little bit more dynamic. We're gonna move on. Check modifier states. Okay. So we're checking the modifier states. Get async. Okay, so this is our caps lock on or not. Okay. my watch telling me to stand up. I've been sitting for now, what is it, almost 2 hours? It is almost, well, an hour 3/4. Alright, so what I want to do, essentially, is create kind of like get async key state, get key state. I'm going to leave that there because I think that's okay. I want to kind of like define these sort of octals as like settings almost. Because eventually I do want to like make this like a library, like a Linux version, just for fun and practice, really. And this, like, there's a shit ton of hard-coded values that I don't like. So yeah, okay, so I think we're gonna do const char const char. Right? Are we gonna? Yes, yeah, okay, because I want to return static string key to string. And we're gonna get our code, which is our int. Yeah, yes, code. Because we want to switch on the code. That's the one thing. Like, I don't like if-else statements, but big. But big switch statements. There we go. Okay. God, I was looking for the word. Are okay. So we're going to copy this. We're going to switch on the code for right now. And all these if statements are going to be case statements. And this is going to be, oh, okay, so these are essentially going to be deleted. Oops. Actually, yeah. Oh. And let's just format this break. Right, I think that's how a case statement is done. Am I wrong? Have I forgotten how to do a case statement in C++? There we go. I think that's good. Someone's calling me. I think my dinner's here. Okay, so we're going to return enter. And We're gonna return backspace. We're gonna return absolutely goddamn nothing. Or we're gonna return a space, right? Yeah, we're gonna return a space. Okay. Turn a tab. And this just makes it more programmatic to get what each special character is, each key. And that's why I'm doing this, so that we can make this more programmatic. Okay, we got our state. And I can delete these. Actually, I can do this, right? So I can get one of these conditions. Yeah, I can get one of these conditions, and if it's a special key, yeah. So I think I want to just like kind of factor out everything right now, and then I'm going to end the stream. Because I've been going on for 2 hours with shit that didn't even fucking work. So I'm gonna rewrite it. I'm gonna rewrite that off stream and kind of just, I don't know. I really don't know what I'm gonna do. Because that was depressing. That really was depressing. Yeah. Okay. So let's look at this. Key from code, key to string, low-level keyboard process. That's something that could be hidden away. I think I'm just gonna format everything and get like a header file going, and then I think I'm gonna end stream and get it to like where I want, where I'm okay with shit. Let's see. Console handler. Oh, that's okay. So that's just logging to the console. We can get rid of that. But we're gonna put it in the C++ file so we know what we're doing. And then the main function. This can go in the actual CPP folder. So here we're going to delete that. We're going to do int main. Oh, no, because we have the main function here. So, main. I'm hungry, I'm pissed off, I want to end stream. So, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. So, and we don't need headers. This is an arbitrary YouTube link. I'm pretty sure this is the reference of where I got it. So I'm actually going to leave that in there. Global variables we can delete. There we go. I do like these comments. I do like these comments. Yeah. So I think I'm just going to end stream here. I've been streaming for almost 2 hours. My dinner is here. and I'm still a little pissed off. So, you know, it is what it is. But whatever. There will be a part 2 either tomorrow or sometime within the week. I'll try for tomorrow. I'm not sure, but yeah. So anyway, thank you all for watching me struggle to use a library I created. Yeah, no, yeah. This was fun. This was fun. This was a great idea. Oh. All right. Stay safe. Peace.